Hey everyone, this is Gary House, and today we're going a little bit south of the border again and making Dutch oven chili rellenos. Super easy dish, all on the Cooking Everything Outdoors show. Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, Cooking Everything Outdoors show. I hope you try this at home. Let's make some Dutch oven chili rellenos. Not real traditional, but really easy. And just a simple mixture of ingredients that I think you'll find absolutely delightful. Obviously whole chilies, I'm using mild. You'll need 4 eggs, about a tablespoon or so of butter, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 can of condensed evaporated milk, a little bit of salt and pepper, about a pound of Monterey Jack cheese, and a pound of sharp cheddar cheese. Actually, I have a little bit of a combo in this. It's got some cheddar and some Monterey Jack cheese in there. And that works just fine. You can mix it up as you need to. And of course, you can make it as hot as mild as you wish. The only hard part about cooking this outdoors is getting those egg whites whipped up, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The old cowboy style with the hand whisk. But this recipe is somewhat infallible. It seems to work no matter how well you put it together or how poorly you put it together. That's why I like it. So the first thing we need to do to make our chili relleno is separate the egg whites from the egg yolk. And to do that, you're going to need a couple bowls here. So into this small bowl, I want the egg whites as possible. Now into our egg yolks, we're going to add our flour, our milk, condensed evaporated milk, some pepper, byproducts, a little bit of pepper, and a pinch of kosher salt. We've got to blend this up. Now the tricky part. We need to whip up the egg whites into stiff peaks. I've never been able to do that by hand, but basically we're just going to work the heck out of this until we get them to foam up as much as possible. If you're in the house, you got one of those fancy electric mixers, that works really better. But I'm using a cowboy mixer right now, and that makes it a little challenging. Okay, about all my tired little arms are going to be able to handle. So what we need to do now is we need to fold this into our egg yolk mixture. And folding in is just basically very gently mixing it together. And we're going to keep it nice and light and fluffy and airy, because that's what's going to give us our fluffy mixture in our Dutch oven. So that's ready. Now we need to build this. We're going to do it in the Dutch oven. I'm using a 12-inch Camp Chef Dutch oven, which I've preheated. It's ready to go. It's hot. And I'm going to start building. So preheated Dutch oven, 10-inch Camp Chef. Really hot. I'll put some butter in there. About a tablespoon-ish. And that's right where I want to put my chilies. So I got a can of chilies, 2 cans of chilies, whatever you want to use. You can open these up or put them down whole. I like them whole. And I just want to get about half the can in there. No particular fashion or order, just so I got a nice collection of chilies in there. Now I want to take my cheddar cheese and I'm going to cover my chilies. And then I want to put the rest of my chilies on. This is really hot over here. This layer a little thicker, but it's really good. And then I'm going to spread my Monterey Jack cheese over the top with a little bit of cheddar. And then in that, I'm going to take my folded egg mixture and pour that in. And let that coat the whole Dutch oven. Getting as much of that in there as possible. A little lopsided on my pot. Put your lid on. We're going to bake that for about 40 minutes. So our recipes are just about done cooking, and I want to take and add a little bit of green to my dish. So what I have here is 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, pinch of salt, kosher salt, fresh ground black pepper, and a little bit of a lemon or lemon juice, because that will help with reduce the oxidation. Give it a little bit of a bite. I know I call this a vinaigrette. It's not really a vinaigrette. It's more of a sauce or a dipping sauce, but it's absolutely delicious. We'll just get that all mixed up as well as possible. Emulsify it. Don't let any of your guests see. Take a taste. Spot on. Okay, let's serve up our dishes. Our Dutch oven chili relleno is finished. Let's plate it. And it's hot. Look at that. It rose up really nice, fluffy, beautifully browned on the top. Couldn't be happier than that. And typically you'd probably want it to sit for several minutes to cool down, but we're just going to get in there and scoop out some goodness. Okay, let's see how we did. I think we did it. Typically you want to make sure that your egg mixture in there is nice and done, it's dry. Really the hardest part of this recipe is getting it out of the Dutch oven without making a horrible mess. Look at that. Oh yeah. I could have probably let it cook a few more minutes, but I think that looks really, really good. Let's get our avocado on there. Get that seed out. little bit of lemon on this so it doesn't oxidize on me. Love cooking in the outdoors. And of course, again, rice and beans. That's what you want. That's what you can do. Or a nice salad, but I just love this. It's refreshing. Tasty. A little Asiago cheese if you like something that tart or that sharp. So there you have it. Dutch oven chili relleno, avocados with a Dijon mustard sauce, ready to go. I want to take a second to thank my sponsors, Camp Chef at OutdoorCooking.com and IslandGrillstone.com. Without them, I can't be doing this, and you wouldn't be able to watch this show. You can also find me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Pinterest, on iTunes, YouTube, and of course, cooking-outdoors.com. It's Gary House, Cooking Everything Outdoors show, going south of the border as best we can. Take care.